Hey race fans, Eddie the Hat here with our 2 cents worth, brought to you by horseracing-selections.com. Saturday, June 27th. What a day of racing it was, with two exceptional ladies going at it, one on the West Coast and one on the East Coast. And you know what? The sad thing is these two horses will probably never meet each other unless these boneheaded camps decide to do something about it and bring them together, because it's an absolute shame the way these horses are racing right now. Let's start with Rachel Alexander, the very talented 3-year-old filly. And you know what, folks? This horse probably, and I say this without too much of a stretch, could have been a Triple Crown winner if allowed to run in the Classics. Instead, she took the conservative route, which really, in our opinion, was the right thing to do. She demolished her field in the 2009 running of the Kentucky Oaks. She surfaces in the 2009 Preakness and easily defeats that field. She surfaces Saturday in the 1.25 mile Mother Goose, a Grade 1, in an absolute setup race. Carrying 121 pounds, she sits right off of the pace of two very outclassed fillies, Malibu Prayer and Flashing, through fractions of 22-2, 44-3, 108-4, 133-3, and stops the timer in 146-1 while cruising home to a 19.25 length win. Impressive. She did what she had to do to win, but you know what, folks? BFD, big deal. Who did she beat? She beat absolutely nobody. And you know what, folks? If she continues down the same path that she's in right now, it's going to be much of the same for 2009 and 2010 if her connections decide to race her next year. Much can be said the same with Zenyatta on the West Coast. She surfaces in the 1 1/8 Vanity, a Grade 1 out at Hollywood Park. She beats a bunch of tomato cans in her easy win, carrying 129 pounds. You know what, folks? She could have gone around again, and these tired fillies and mares weren't going to beat her. She faces horses like Bricat, Dawn After Dawn, Hot and Dusty. All I can say is wow and Modification. And you know what, folks? All we can say, wow. Big deal. She stops the timer through fractions of 24-2, 48, 111-1, 135-2, and 148. She's 11 for 11 now. And folks, again, what can be said? What has she got left to accomplish? If she continues down the same path that she's traveling at, we're going to see much of the same. 129 pounds, and again, she probably could have gone around again. So what are they going to do? Add more weight to her or what? But you know what? Both of these horses, both of these camps need to pull their heads out of their ass, and they need to figure out something quick, because they're going to miss out on a golden opportunity here. Horse racing, once again, is going to shoot themselves for not taking advantage and marketing these two fantastic ladies the way they deserve to be marketed. And you know what? Let's talk about marketing for a minute, because in 1991, I was there at Santa Anita when we had the $100,000 winner-take-all world record challenge. The fastest horse from Los Alamitos, Griswold, took on the fastest thoroughbred, Valiant Pete, at Santa Anita, the first match race ever held at Santa Anita history. And you know what, folks? This was an awesome race. The quarter horse people from Los Alamitos came up in droves. The thoroughbred people turned out in droves. Marketing made buttons for everybody. I like Pete. I like Griswold. Everybody took sides, whether you were a quarter horse fan or whether you were a thoroughbred fan. And when the horses left the gate, they were head and head. And you know what, folks? When they hit the wire, they were head and head. This was a race that, looking back at it, still brings chills down my back when I watch this race. And you can view it on YouTube if you want. And you know what, folks? It's just as entertaining today as it was back then. 1991. Valiant Pete beat the quarter horse, Griswold, by a head and tied the world record for 44 3/5 seconds for 4 furlongs and paid $4 on the wind end. If the quarter horse people and thoroughbred people can come together like that, put up $100,000 for a winner take all, why can't we do the same now with these two fantastic fillies? Think of the opportunity that is going to go to waste here. I mean, it's just phenomenal that everybody's just sitting back, pointing the fingers at one another, saying, well, Zenyatta needs to do this, or Rachel Alexander needs to do that. The owners need to put up and shut up. Put up $100,000, $500,000, how about $1 million? Put up, winner take all, put these horses somewhere on neutral grounds or on somewhere in the Midwest on non-neutral grounds, and let's do what's right for horse racing, and let's do what's right for the fans, and let's have a match race, folks. It ain't that hard. The quarter horse people did it. The thoroughbred people did it. Why can't it be done today? This is Eddie the Hat, and that's our 2 cents worth.